Okay, my name is Addah, Iminza, and I'm an artist, I'm a singer and a songwriter. I'm also an actress, a script writer. I am quite a lot of things when it comes to art. Like, I love art so much. Yeah, and apart from that, I'm also a second born of so many siblings. And yeah, I'm glad to be here with you guys. Okay, so my dad comes from a background family where all of them do music. Like, music is not really something that is new to my family. My dad did music, my aunts, my uncles, so it was pretty much easier. When I decided to do music, he accepted it quickly. As for my mother, she never really had a problem with it because she was very supportive. That was before she died. And yeah, I think she'll be proud of me even now because I'm pursuing something that I really love so much.
Wow. It's so amazing because to understand that a parent and also a spouse can really support an artist. Despite that, you know, most of the times you find that you as an artist, you may go for a gig whereby you're coming out very late, and this late might jeopardize the relationship that you have maybe with your family members, something like this. But it's very rare to find an artist that is very comfortable in such, because maybe their parents are not okay, so it jeopardizes their career. So tell me something about your music journey.
Okay, so I can remember the very first time I actually wanted to do music was last year. Because before I was in school and I was looking for a lot of jobs just to be able to support my siblings. Because, you know, right now I only have my dad and my siblings, so we had to work a little bit harder to be able to support the family. So I chose to leave music aside for a while. But last year I decided to do this because I thought it was about time for me to at least find something that makes me happy. Because I was seeing myself making other people, making my family, making my siblings happy, making my dad happy with everything that I was doing, but I wasn't really feeling the joy inside of me. Like, it wasn't really there. So when I decided to do music, I told my dad about it, and I started last year. I went for this audition and they accepted me, and yeah, that is where it started.
So that was your very first move?
Yeah, my very first move, yeah.
How did you come to know about the rhythms of Namlole?
Okay, so rhythms of Namlole was, I remember I was walking down the streets in town, and I saw the billboard there, and I was interested. Like, it was so intriguing, and I thought, why not? So I decided to look more into it, maybe find out what it's all about. And I've never really done Luo music, like plain Luo. So I wanted to challenge myself and see if I can do it, because I love music and I want to try other aspects of it, not just one side. I wanted to try different genres, different languages, and just see what I can do. So I went and looked into it, and I found out that Mr. Rizawahenga was the one who was in charge of the whole thing. So nilimtafuta, nikampata, we talked, tukaelewana, na he was happy to have me in his show, and I'm happy to.
Have you been on any other stage apart from the rhythms of Namlole?
Yeah, I've been to the Sikika Festival that was last year, around December, and I've also been to the Chamana Art Festival that was just in July, this previous month, and I've also been to World Poetry Day. It was earlier this year too. So I remember the very first time I knew I could sing was when nilikuwa naishi na shosho yangu huko Ushago, and I used to sing to her a lot of times because it was just the two of us, and I didn't really think of it as something that was so much of a big deal, because, like I've said, I come from a family which does a lot of music. My dad aliimba, my uncles, my aunts, my cousins, so it wasn't really something that was new. I thought to myself, if they can do it, I can also do it. Like, it's just a family thing. So sikuichukulia hivyo like serious, I knew I could sing when I was that young, and I kept on singing and singing and singing. So when I was about 12, that is when I started, like I was around my parents more, and I started singing, and my dad was like, no, like the way you sing is different from the way we sing, because yao ilikuwa ile ya, they were in choir and in church and so walikuwa nasema hii yako ni different na venye hii yetu iko. Plus Ali mentioned that their music yao, like it wasn't really something that they really wanted to do. It was more of something that my grandfather was actually anawaambia wafanye, because he was a bishop na alikuwa mtu wa church, so alikuwa anaita watoto wake wote wa join the choir to set a good example. So aliniuliza if I wanted to do music, and I was like, like I love music, but am I really serious about it? I'm not sure, because I wanted to do a lot of things. I wanted to be a lawyer. You know, I was so young, so I had so many dreams back then. And my dad was like, okay, it's fine, you can do all the things you want, but if you really want to do music, pia ni sawa, I won't really object to it. And I was like, okay. So nilitembea, nikasoma, like I did a lot of things, I studied for a lot of stuff, but it wasn't really bringing that inner joy to me. Like it was more of like pleasing my parents, making my family proud, like I did something meaningful apart from music, because you know, people don't really take music like something serious, and they don't find it like something that you can actually do and pursue as an opportunity, you see. So when I was finally able to say that this is what I really want to do, this is what I really want to pursue, that was when I was in Form 3. And I did a lot of music in high school. I joined a lot of bands, and it was fun. And after high school, I studied with my sister. From there, I met a lot of artists, and I learned a lot from them. And yeah, so I can pretty much say my journey has been a long one. In 5 years. Okay. Like I like to think of music as something that it grows you. Like the more you bring yourself into different spaces, the more you grow, and the more you learn a lot of things about the industry. You meet a lot of people who show you a lot of stuff. But I see myself doing music and being really serious about it. And I really see myself as this is really what I want to do. And I just want to focus on it. Some of the challenges, wow. There are challenges. I can't really say that it has been njia mzuri. Kumekuwa na hizo challenges kama like kupata gigs, like to just find that space that can offer you that opportunity. It's not really easy. Especially myself being a female artist, most people don't really take that as something that msichana anaweza fanya. They're like, wewe ndo kae nyumbani, ndo kae na bwanako, ndo olewe. Like this is not something that is for girls. So I've met a lot of people who have really given me that discrimination, and they're like, no, ti wewe hapana, wewe tuenda. And some of them are like, okay, wewe venye unakaa ukae mtu anaweza imba. You see, so things like that can really discourage you. And I feel like us as women who are really trying to find our space in the music industry or even in the art space, it's really hard for us, because we really have to work harder and have to prove to people over and over again that we deserve to be in these spaces, we deserve to be given these opportunities, because we also have gifts, we also have talents, and this is not something that should be just left aside. Wow. Okay. There was a time that I felt as if I was losing myself, because my relationship was important, my music is also important. But it was like they were like a competition, you see. Ukienda hizi gigs, you know, sometimes you come back late, and sometimes he's not really okay with it. It's like, no, ukiwa pale stage, you meet a lot of people, you meet a lot of men, and people are always around you, and it does not really make him comfortable. And so it was tough in the beginning, but we worked through it, and it was something that we just had to lay it out and to tuseme tu hivi ndio vile itakuwa. Like I'm someone who's going to be looked at by the public. Like definitely when I'm on stage, macho za kila mtu zitakuwa kwangu. I can't really control how people act or feel when I'm performing or when I'm in a space where, like this one, you see. So if somebody really knows me, it was just something that we just had to work out. It was a bit hard, but tulikuja tukaelewana. Okay, so I can't really say that I'm working on recording a few songs. I haven't really recorded any just yet, but I'm working on recording a few songs. Like I've said, nimeanza tu juzi, and I'm trying to still find my space and my spot and something that I can really work on. So right now I'm challenging myself more, trying to see what I can really do and what I cannot do, what I can change and what I cannot change. So yeah, I'm still hapo kwa mitandao, niko YouTube, Addah Iminza. You can just find me in Addah Iminza. Nimeifungua tu juzi, and apart from there, no. Okay, so my very last word to my fans is like, I'd really like to thank them for always supporting me, for always being with me with my music, and accepting me and just loving me and supporting me all the way. Like it has not been easy, but they have really shown me that they are there for me and they are ready to support me all the way. So I'm really grateful and I'm really thankful for that.